Salt has been an essential part of human cooking for centuries, bringing out flavor in meals, enhancing cocktails like margaritas, and extending the shelf life of meats.
The salted pork is particularly good.
Salted pork.
Lately, it's made a major comeback as a popular food trend, showing that classic ideas often find new life. Looking to reduce the bitterness in your coffee? Sprinkle in a little salt. Hoping for ultra-rich, velvety mac and cheese? A pinch of salt can help there too. But putting salt on watermelon? That sounds completely backwards, doesn't it? Surprisingly, it's a trick that's well worth trying. Believe it or not, a light sprinkle of salt can make watermelon taste even sweeter than it does on its own.
So, let's try.
Okay.
Almost everyone has taken a bite of what looked like perfectly ripe watermelon, only to notice an unpleasant bitter note near the rind. A small amount of salt can help with that. The reason is simple. Salt is known for suppressing bitter flavors, allowing the fruit's natural sweetness to stand out more clearly. Food developer Barb Stuckey described the science behind this effect in an interview with HuffPost, explaining, "Watermelon has 3 taste elements: sweet, sour, and bitter. It's all in the flesh of the melon. Sometimes those bitter compounds can overpower the fruit's natural sugars, making the watermelon seem less sweet than it really is." Stuckey says that adding a small amount of salt helps counter this effect by, in her words, release the sweetness from the suppression of the bitterness. Naturally, while plenty of people swear that a pinch of salt improves watermelon, the combination isn't going to win everyone over. A discussion on Reddit featured passionate opinions from both supporters and skeptics of the unusual pairing. When users were asked whether they salted their watermelon, one devoted watermelon traditionalist responded, "Nope, but I know people that do. It's a shame to ruin a good piece of fruit." Not everyone shared that opinion, though. One enthusiastic supporter of the salty watermelon trick pushed back, commenting, "I season that watermelon and let it sit for a few minutes so it will dissolve and really get in there. So delicious." Reducing bitterness isn't the only reason a pinch of salt can improve watermelon. Salt also stimulates saliva production, making food seem juicier and more flavorful with every bite. That's especially refreshing during the hottest days of summer. As temperatures climb and humidity rises, your body loses sodium through sweat. Have you ever found yourself craving salty foods after spending time in the heat? That's your body signaling that it needs to replace electrolytes. A slice of watermelon with a light dusting of salt can help replenish some of those lost minerals, while the fruit's high water content helps keep you hydrated. Watermelon isn't the only fruit that benefits from this simple trick. Apples are another great option. Besides boosting their flavor, salt can also slow down the browning that happens after they're sliced. Grapefruit is worth trying as well. Its natural bitterness often masks its sweetness, and a little salt helps bring those sweeter notes forward. Grapefruit is also associated with a variety of nutritional benefits, making the combination even more appealing. If sprinkling plain salt over fruit doesn't sound tempting, there are other ways to achieve a similar effect. Rachel Ray, for example, pairs watermelon with prosciutto. Because the cured meat is naturally rich in sodium, it enhances the fruit in much the same way that salt does. That said, it's best enjoyed in moderation. While prosciutto contains several beneficial nutrients, it's also quite high in sodium, so it's easy to consume more than you intended. A little goes a long way. And before you start seasoning every piece of fruit in sight, remember that this trick isn't universal. Salt works best on fruits with a noticeable bitter edge because it softens those flavors and lets the natural sweetness shine. Naturally, sweet fruits like bananas or cherries don't usually gain much from the extra seasoning. But if you've never tested the watermelon and salt combination for yourself, try a small pinch of your preferred salt, whether it's table, kosher, or Himalayan, and decide for yourself where you stand in this long-running food debate.